Alright, so I just wanted to go over the top step stuff. So mind you, like I said in the other video, I'm actually negative in the options trading for the year. So I'm trying to get back to green. I'm down 7K for the year. But you know, life happens. My mental wasn't that good this year, so it makes sense. And then I have done, I think, like, I got two combines. I got one 2 days ago and one yesterday, and I lost the one that I got yesterday. And I'm gonna show you. So I'm gonna show y'all this one first. This one was the one that I got 2 days ago, and I've been actually trading pretty good. I've only been aiming for 1,000 a day instead of 1,500. I feel like 1,500 is too much work. Not too much work, but just too much on the mental. I'm about to show you how to do this, how to get like perfect entries and exits. So let's just switch over here. Let's go to a 1 minute chart. Here, boom, boom, boom. Yes, you can get better trades. Like if it goes above here, you can get longs and whatever. But 1 minute chart, you can see the trade, you take it, and you're out. So basically, what you're gonna do is this. This right here is a perfect way for you to trade. Very likely that you lose money, but obviously sometimes the wicks be getting to you, so you just gonna have to look at it. So, for instance, up here, we could have seen that we were about to cross on MACD. Let's check this off. So I use MACD to look for not reverses, like full on reverses, but just like um slow pullbacks, little ones, nothing too crazy. I don't aim for like the big dogs, but as you can see here, we did cross here, and you could have got in here, but a perfect trade that you could have done would have been if you would have gotten right under this alligator indicator, and you would have got in, boom, boom, and if it touches green, you get out of the trade. But obviously you can see it barely touched it, so I was like, whatever, I'm not doing that. So I stayed in trade, and then boom, 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 and right here is where you can get out. Whenever it wicks out, you can see right here. Well, it doesn't wick out, my fault. No, I meant like whenever we're in a demand zone or a supply zone, and then it wicks out of Bollinger Bands. But if that's too complicated, then you could just do like where is it? A rectangle and find the demand zone. Usually you can do it with Hakinashi candles. It's like really perfect. For instance, it would have been usually the demand zones would be like doji candles. It's always because it's sideways. For instance, here it could have been one as well. Like this could have been like TP1, TP2. You can see there's a little bit of chop right here. So, but if you don't want to use Bollinger Bands, some people don't like it, or you don't want to use drawings or anything like that. You just want to look at the charts and trade. So, for instance, this right here would have been perfect trade. What you want to look for is MACD crossover and then it going up. Right here, we did cross over. For instance, here, we did get above here. But the thing is, like, whenever we're so close to the zero on MACD, it's just, you just gotta wait for a bigger pullback for it to have a giant, just go up. I don't know what I was trying to say, but you see, we crossed over alligator here, then we touched green, and that's when you would have sold right here. You would have sold up here, but whenever it touches green, or you could do this on 5 minutes as well. If you really do want to play it safe and risk like a little bit or the same amount, well, I wouldn't say risk the same amount. I would low-key say boom, boom. See, that would have been a perfect trade right there. You can also look at them both and see how the 1 minute chart and the 5 minute chart are correlating. You can see right here, 5 minute chart, we're still above the red line, but honestly, if you're gonna trade, I would say trade one chart, because people are like, oh, trade if you're gonna use the 1 minute chart, look at the 5 minute chart and 15 minute chart and blah blah blah. And it's like, the trade that you're gonna see on the 1 minute chart doesn't matter if you're looking at the 30 minute chart. They're both trades that are gonna happen at two different times. You know what I mean? Obviously, you can still do your top down analysis from like 30 minute, blah blah blah. But I never do that. I at most look at the 15, 30 minute chart if I really do need to see the overall just direction. But at the same time, it doesn't matter. The 30 minute direction doesn't matter if I'm trading on the 1 minute chart. For instance, trade here, boom, boom, boom. Like, come on now, like, come on. But, like for instance here, if I would have taken this trade, let's do an example. Here. I would have got in here, and then I would have set my stop at maybe this supply zone. And low key. And then you could just be looking at MACD, look at the histogram if you know how to use it. Basically, if the bars start getting bigger and bigger, that means buyers are in control. But if it starts to turn a little bit lighter, you can see that buyers might still be in control, but not as much. So we would just wait and see. Maybe it didn't reach its breakup structure right here, so maybe it wants to go back up there. And right here, we also didn't have a wick for this bar. Maybe it wants to go up there and fill in that wick. So let's see if it does that. Now the reason this one didn't go up first is because I think there's always a rule where if there's a supplied zone right here, market movers want to move it up there and get their orders in, and then they want to bring it down just a little bit. And I think it's probably like under they want to bring it down a little bit, and then once it gets past 0.5 right here, we're gonna cross the red line. You could have got in, and as you see right here, we literally hit it. It might want to push through. It has great momentum right here on the 1 minute chart. And if you look at Williams, which I like to use Williams percentage instead of RSI, basically if it's above 50, negative 50, then I would like it to still continue in the direction that it's in. But right here, you can see it's slowly falling down. You can use it for reversals, obviously, just like RSI. But me personally, I like to see if it's above negative 50, then it's still going to continue up like this. A lot of people use RSI for reversals when they should be using it for, continuing the trend and whatnot. But if you don't want to use any of that, it still would have been a good trade. One thing I do use are breaks of structures, order blocks, supply demand, which is basically the same thing. But yeah, that's how y'all can like pass it, get into good trades. Try to always look at crossovers from red. Boom. Make sure we're crossed. And then like that. And then it should continue higher, at least into a supply or demand zone if it was going down. Like for instance, right here, it literally hit this breakup structure, filled in this wick right here, and might look for a reversal here. But as you can see, the candles are not the candles. If the alligator starts to get like super diverged, it means the trend is gonna continue. And right here, the supply zone right here, all these orders didn't get filled right here. So maybe market movers are like, oh, okay, maybe they want to move it up there, or if they're not strong enough, sellers will continue to get in. But you see right here, this would have been a great trade. I kind of just want to see if it hits it. Well, it doesn't even matter if it hits it. Right here would have been a great zone because it's a lot of demand. So if it passes the zone right here, a little bit higher, but you know what I get. I mean, it did pass it. And the demand and supply candles will always be the candles before the big push. As you can see, boom, boom. And if we put it where it closed, as you can see right here, it's rejecting where it closed. So, see, and then the reversal is probably going to happen here. You can see the white is starting to come in, which means buyers aren't in control no more. But yeah. But that's basically for this account. And for my other account, where is it? This is the one I got yesterday. And I reached maximum loss limit. Because, even though you could be trading for 3 years, if your mental isn't good, I woke up tired today and I had got it. Yesterday I was trading a bit and I got it to like 800, I think. And then today I had gotten it to 1200 and I should have locked out, but then I ended up losing the entire account because, I was chasing losses, which is the dumbest thing you could do, to be honest. But yeah, make sure you take a step back when you're trading. Just take a breather. It's still going to be here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, mental health is first. And just look at this here. Like I said, if it turns white, it can still be buyers turning it. Like it can still turn dark green if buyers get into control. That's a good sign for continuation to the upside. And honestly, this does look good to the upside. Maybe a little retracement back down to here, and then it bounces back up, But hopefully y'all pass y'all top step accounts. It's basically free money, but $50 does add up. But yeah, peace.